Hi guys, how are you guys doing?
Good so
Hi.
far.
Yeah, I'm
That's
doing good
nice.
too. How are you doing?
Pardon?
Yes, I'm doing good too.
That's wonderful. So, you guys graduated already, right?
Hmm?
How does it feel to be graduated?
Uh, it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit relaxing, but it's also a bit stressful, but it's just a chaos right now.
Yes, I think at the
Very
beginning you'd
terrible.
be like that. Yeah, I think at the beginning you'd be like that way. But I think later on you just get used to the fact that you're graduated and most probably gonna start working already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just jumping in right into our discussion, right? Could you tell us a little bit about the competition that you guys attended recently?
Okay. Ivy, you want to go first?
Okay, sure. So it's MIFT competition. So it's actually a food science themed competition where there are different categories. Like for example, what we joined was oratory, me and Resh, and of course there's also other categories like a food product development. So this competition is mostly for food science students from different local universities. So all of us can join this competition. Yeah.
Yeah, so all the topics were related to current issues in the food science and technology sector. So since this competition was conducted online this year, it was a little different from how the competition is usually conducted, meaning this year the name and the topics were picked using a random name generator instead of us picking it, like with the paper and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty difficult to deal with it since everything is online. Reading from scripts and also texts were strictly prohibited because anyone can cheat, and yeah, it was just a bit different from how it's used to be conducted.
But it's manageable still.
Yeah. So basically, it's just very straightforward, lah. This oratory competition was it was required that each contestant they needed to speak for 5 minutes on a topic that was provided by the organizing committee. So then 10 minutes will be given for the speaker to prepare his or her speech. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So how did you get to know about the competition? What made you guys want to join it?
Resh, do you want to go first?
Well, the MIFT was kind of a big deal for me when I was in uni because I kept seeing my seniors and lecturers, they prepared diligently for this competition every year,
Okay.
But to be honest, I never would have thought that I would be a part of this competition at all because when I was approached by my lecturer, Miss Chu, last year, I guess I agreed to take this challenge since we were all at home and it was just really cooped up and I wanted to do something different. Plus, I always been the vocal person in classes and online classes just restricted everything. So I also had a few experiences from participating and being in public speaking competitions previously in school and even like IFT competition last year. So when she approached me, I was in shock first because I kind of didn't want to go, but then I thought that it would definitely be a great opportunity for me to experience something that is out of my comfort zone. At least before I graduated, I needed to do something. So I was looking forward to learn new things, meet new people from this industry, and put myself out there.
Okay. What about yourself, Ivy?
Yeah, actually, it's sort of similarly to Resh, because Resh and I joined IFT together last year. So I also had a really good experience, prepping with my classmates and with the help of my lecturers. And I feel like I really learned a lot during the competition. And when Miss Chu approached me, which is our lecturer, so she approached me for this opportunity, and I felt really honored, to be honest, because like she told us that we were selected, and I felt like I really didn't want to let anyone down, and I really wanted to do a good job representing tailors and all, and also partially on a personal point of view, like I really want to learn a bit more like on all the current topics and even on public speaking skills. Like unlike Resh, I'm not really that vocal in class, so like, I really want to learn and improve my confidence and public speaking skills a little more. And Ms. Chu did mention that there will be training sessions, so I figured like it's a really good opportunity to learn. So yeah, that's why I opted for this competition.
I'm very happy to hear that you got out from your comfort zone to try public speaking and all, because most people, they have stage fright and it's terrifying, and sometimes it can be a disaster for some. But it's great that you guys managed to go for the competition despite all the challenges you have faced. So Reshmma, could you tell how did you do in the competition?
To be very honest, I'm very well pleased with my achievement from being the first runner-up. And for once in my life, I can say that I'm really proud of myself because I know that I worked so hard on this. Because doing research on new topics, finding points which are not easy actually, reading through scripts, discussing, practicing, all that while being an intern and having an 8 to 6 job was truly a hard time. I guess not only for me, but I feel like I kept on bothering my lecturers all the time. So it was also taking a part of their lives, right? And there's a guilt that haunts you all the time. So though a part of me I kind of felt upset that I did not win the first place because there was a lot of, I wouldn't say pressure, but I guess I expect a lot from me. And I feel fortunate to even be a part of this, honestly. And I'm glad that I was able to keep Taylor's University's achievements consistent at all times.
Yep, that's amazing. I mean, to be at first runner-up and then with being an intern and all and still achieving something, I think that's a huge deal. And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We understand that every competition is a challenge. So, not being able to win the title, what motivates you to move on despite, not being able to achieve the goal that you wanted from joining the competition?
Yeah. I think it's really important. What really helped me to move on, I would say, firstly, it's accepting failure and also understanding my priorities. So after I really come to understand my priorities, I realized that just because I didn't win the competition doesn't mean that I actually failed per se. So I think what really kept me from letting this disappointment actually engulf me was that I realized how much I've learned when I look back from this competition and from different stages, all the way from my lecturers, their training sessions, their advice, and even my own research, all the read up. There was so much reading to do because we had to look up a lot on all the current topics. So I really understand a lot more about my industry and about all the topics that people are talking about, in this industry, in the professional field. So I felt like I learned a lot in that sense, and I also gained a lot of knowledge from people just like engaging or what people say or what people think. Like my peers, like Resh here, we actually I really felt like really supported each other, and I really learned a lot from her as well. Even when she gave me little tips about how to improve my public speaking and all that, and also the other contestants, when they presented, what were their strengths and weaknesses, how did I feel as an audience. So I realized that I actually took away a lot of learn like lessons from this competition. So it's true that winning is a great added value. Everyone wants to win, but if I don't get to win, I think it's okay as long as I've achieved my main goal of actually gaining experience and knowledge from this competition. So I can gladly say that I'm happy with myself because I've done my very best, and I think I've achieved my primary goal as well, and I'm ready to take forward all the learnings that I've gained from this competition, and to further work out in the next upcoming challenge or competition, and hope I do better and keep improving in that sense.
Okay.
It's all about growing, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really learned so much from them.
Yes, it's always good to have a positive thinking and not beating yourself down just because you didn't achieve the thing that you wanted, but looking at it from a positive manner actually makes you know that you've come this far and there's still so much more you can achieve. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. So on top of being a student, freshly grad, competition, being an intern, how do you manage to stay healthy? Reshmma, can go first.
Staying healthy is actually a huge word, because oftentimes we tend to forget that being healthy is not only indicating our physical health, but also our mental health too, right?
True.
In fact, I believe that being mentally healthy can influence our physical health. Of course, everyone's way of keeping themselves healthy is different, but my lifestyle habits are pretty simple, and I would say something that they sustainable. I don't want to put myself into stress and keep thinking about those things all the time, right? So lately I was diagnosed with PCOS, and it has truly been a struggle to cope with it. As we all know, I need to lose weight for that. However, I think I try my best to always follow a healthy lifestyle. I follow a calorie deficit diet. I try to avoid caffeine and also refined carbs as much as possible. And I also make sure I drink a lot of water throughout the day. As we all know, this Asian thing, we have to drink water. Don't know why we need to drink water, but we need to drink water. So that's the thing. And I, as per usual, incorporate a lot of fruits and vegetables in the diet. I know it's the same thing, but I believe that personalizing my food according to my liking really helped me through. Also, to keep myself healthy, I think I try to do activities that make me happy, whether it's just by watching a TV show on Netflix or even hanging out with my friends whose company I enjoy. These things keep me going.
Yes. So earlier you say you had to cut down on your caffeine intake. So are you like a coffee lover?
Yeah, I used to be the person who drinks coffee every day. I drink coffee, I drink tea, I drink everything. So when I needed to cut it down, it was a struggle because I couldn't function at a point. Like I couldn't function anymore. So it was just lethargic all the time. And kind of have that caffeine withdrawal syndrome.
Yes.
You have to pass through that, honestly, and after that you're just fine.
Yeah, I have like a few friends of mine who are caffeine freak and they're trying to cut down as well, but it's just sometimes too impossible to actually achieve it, because once you're a caffeine lover, you're a coffee lover, that's it. There's no turning back. But I'm glad you managed to, follow your diet.
I avoid it completely. And sometimes when I need it, I think like when I have a busy day, it keeps me going.
Yeah. It's all right to have like a small amount of it instead of the usual one where most people have like 3 or 4 or 5 cups a day, which can not be very healthy. So it's good. Myself, I'm not a coffee lover.
Missing out on life.
I'm just not a coffee person. More like a water person.
Good for you. Healthy.
Yeah, I'm kind of healthy. So, Ivy, what about yourself? How do you stay healthy?
I think first of all, I think can I just say that I think it's really impressive that Resh actually, cut off all the caffeine and started being healthy, because I think being healthy is like, it takes a lot of discipline, and it's really hard, especially during now when our lifestyles are so drastically changed because of the pandemic. The way we live, the things we eat, our choices, food options even. I think that I agree with Resh in a sense that what I believe is, I think to actually, if you want to stay healthy, it has to be a very sustainable way of being healthy. It cannot be a very short term or very intensive thing. Like I know a lot of people who want to eat clean, or they follow meal plans. It's not really sustainable in a way because it's not a long term thing. So I think it's oftentimes all those little habits and little things that you look out for in life that really help you to stay healthy. I think one of the most important things that I do to stay healthy is I watch out what I eat, because I feel like in the ways we sort of we are where we eat in that sense. So I try my best to make sure that I always consume a balanced and a varied diet. I think that's really, really important. So a balance as in, as we all know, fruits and vegetables and fats, everything in adequate amounts. And of course, I think vary is really important, and we often overlook it in the sense that it's always important to eat a variety of foods, not just across food groups, but also within each and every food group. And I think that's also really something to look out to in our Malaysian diets, because oftentimes our usual diets, nasi lemak, or these, we don't have enough
roti canai. Yes.
But I often try and follow, Ministry of Health. They have this quarter plate concept, which I think is really, really good. So we can actually really visualize our food portions, and yeah, so I think that's really important to know. And I think portion is really important because when we visualize it, we also won't overdo it. Because I know a lot of people do clean eating, but actually they don't have enough nutrition because they're just eating greens, for example. So everything in moderation. Yeah. And like Rash, I also think that besides physically, it's also really important to keep myself like mentally healthy. So I try and keep a positive outlook on all the big and small things in life. Like even if I lose the competition, I try and tell myself that I've gained from this and it's definitely worth it. And let's not linger in this disappointment and all. And I also try and do some meditation, like yoga, or social engagements as well. Like hang out with friends, doing little things life that I enjoy, rewarding myself. So I think all of this actually helps in stress management and improving my mood and keeping myself mentally healthy in a way, so that because I do believe that when I feel good mentally, I sort of also feel good physically. So I think it's all sort of interconnected. Yeah. So basically that's what I do.
Okay. It's amazing to see two young generations, young adults, having this kind of input and thoughts about how to stay healthy, positive thinking and all. And I feel like you guys will be an inspiration to all the younger generations from now on. So kudos to you guys.
Thank you. You're too kind.
Thank you. So Ivy, are you a coffee lover like Reshmma here?
Actually, I am.
Oh no!
I'm a coffee person, yeah. But I try and control this. I know that when, I have friends who actually have sort of like they are sort of in some ways addicted to caffeine. It's like if they cannot have caffeine for maybe a day, they would feel like they cannot focus. Like my dad says, I say caffeine makes me like it gives me insomnia, but like my dad, he loves caffeine. He drinks like 3 to 4 glasses a day. He's like, if I don't have coffee, I can't sleep. So like what I try and do is I try and keep my coffee intake like low, like maybe once every 2 days or 3 days. I try not to take it every day, so that sort of helps as well. I think caffeine in moderation, like if you don't add too much sugar and just it itself is actually a really good enjoyment.
Yes, true. So apart from staying healthy, what are some of the fitness efforts do you take? Do you work out regularly or Reshmma?
Yeah. I have no choice because I need to stay healthy. So I'm not really a fitness freak. Honestly, I just do it because I am very I just want to lose my weight and stay fit all the time. So I exercise 4 to 5 times a week depending on time, and it's usually about 1 or 2 hours, and it's usually in the evenings. Or on the days where I don't feel like doing vigorous exercise, I go for jogs or walks, and usually 5 kilometers max. Occasionally I play badminton with my friends, but due to the pandemic that has been restricted.
Yes.
And most importantly, during this pandemic, I actually found that cleaning my house, though it sounds easy, trust me, you burn a lot of calories from that.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
you can lose a lot of your calories just by cleaning, wiping, sweeping, mopping, even doing laundries.
Honestly,
yeah. Okay, that's interesting. What about you, Ivy? Any fitness efforts?
So before the pandemic as well, I used to go jogging and all that, but ever since the pandemic, like we've evolved into a new lifestyle, and to be honest, my physical activity has been lower than ever, especially because my internship is virtual, so I just sit in front of the laptop for like 7-8 hours every day, and I've gained weight and I feel a lot less healthy. So what I've tried to make up for all the loss in physical activity, what I try and do is I do some simple exercises. Like I like doing following YouTube videos and doing simple home workouts, like at least 3 times a week. I try and do it as consistently as I can after work. It helps me relax as well, because like after work I feel very like my body is tight, and I've been in the same posture for the whole day. So I think I do like workouts and sometimes yoga if I'm feeling very stressed or there's tension and all that. So another thing that I try and do to keep my physical activity up is like to actually break our Malaysian habit of driving everywhere. So like I try and walk a bit more. Like if I'm just gonna grab something from the convenience store, I try and walk 5 to 10 minutes instead of driving there. Little things like parking further away. So I think all these little habits help to increase our physical activity as well.
Yes, especially walking is such a therapeutic activity, and I feel you should walk more. Everybody should walk more. Everybody should have a physical, active lifestyle. It keeps them going. Just move away from the laptop or your everyday work and just move about, even if it's just around your house or within your house. It's actually such a great activity. So,
Yeah, I agree. And also think that during that time, if you can actually sort out your thoughts, right?
yes.
True.
Especially when you're very stressed, you have a lot of work pending or a lot of work to get it done by that day. Just move away from your laptop, move away from your usual comfort zone, and then just stand outside near your grill and then just look at the scenery, just enjoy, and then you'll feel yourself calming down a little, and then it's very easy to focus back on our work. Yes, you're about to say something.
No, I just want to say, like, I also felt like my mindset sort of changed during the pandemic. When I exercised more, I realized that fitness is more important than being skinny, because I think many people, we tend to think that we want to exercise because we want to slim down, look better, but I think it's okay to not look so skinny. As long as you're healthy and you're fit, I think that's much more important.
Yes, that's extremely important. I totally agree, because most people, they have this mindset that I only need to work out to lose weight, or I need to look skinny because in my group of friends, I'm the one who's a bit chubbier, who's a bit plump, and they tend to lose their self-confidence because of the way they look at people and the way they motivate themselves, which sometimes can be unhealthy physically, emotionally, and mentally. So the best way is just stick to what we're good at and just do everything in moderation, and I think we'll have a long and healthy lifestyle.
I agree.
Definitely.
Okay, so being a food science student, right, how do you think you can help the community better in the coming future?
I guess this correlates to the reason why I chose food science in the first place, because from the knowledge and experience that I have gained and will gain along the way, I want to be able to educate consumers and encourage them with new ways of thinking so that it can help create healthier communities. See, I believe that food is actually a basic need in life, and everyone, regardless whether rich or poor, deserves to receive safe, nutritious, and food which are from the best quality,
Yes.
So I would just want to improve food systems and protect the safety of the global food supply chain so that everyone around the world, including you and I, can have access to safe and nutritious food. And hopefully this would, in hopes to reduce the rate of diseases. That's what I want to achieve, and that's what I want to give to the community at the end of the day.
Yeah, okay. That's amazing. I think when we do something right, we always think the betterment of the community, and eventually we don't evolve ourselves, but we evolve as a group, as a community. What about yourself, Ivy?
Yeah. So actually, what I want to do, to put in simple terms, is because I've always been the healthy person in the group. This is the environmental friendly one, the one who recycles a lot. So I've come to realize that a lot of people don't do it because it's difficult, it's troublesome. So what I want to do is I want to make a sustainable lifestyle much easier for everyone, a healthy and sustainable lifestyle easy for everyone. That also includes people in our community here, like in Malaysia, us that we can, something like developing new foods that are more healthy, more nutritious, not also carbs, all empty carbs and all that, and also more sustainable in very interesting ways, like innovative new foods, new ideas, something like so that Malaysians, we can enjoy like our nasi lemak without worrying about the calories we gain, or killing animals for the meat, all these kind of things. And another thing from another perspective is also to sustainable foods and healthy foods, in a sense that for people who are maybe from rural areas or from poorer regions, they might not have access to all this kind of nutritious foods, and they often have to rely on empty carbs, for their daily energy intake. So this causes a lot of nutritional deficiencies, and it's a really big problem worldwide. So I really hope that I could be part of a team, of course, that actually researches and comes up with more sustainable options, so that we can actually preserve our resources better and actually need more resources for all the people out there who actually need these nutrition and food. And also from a different perspective, is to besides just make it more sustainable, and also make it more healthy, like make healthy food easier and more accessible for these people to who are in need, to actually make sure that all the children, especially, they get all the nutrients that they need to grow healthy. I think it's really important. Food security for them, basically.
Yes. Again, it's amazing that you guys have this passion, and I really truly hope and believe that you guys are going to go a very long way. And congratulations once again to both of y'all. And I hope you do really, really well in your upcoming challenges and your future and all. So I think that's all for now. But thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing your experience about the competition, how you stay healthy, and what motivates you to go on. So, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.